Hey, chosen ones, how are you guys doing today? So happy Monday. Now, today I wanted to talk to you about something, and that thing is about as a chosen one, you are going to be put in rooms, you are going to be put in positions that you may feel are too big for you. But let me tell you something, you belong in those rooms, you belong in those positions because, chosen one, you were chosen for a reason to be in that position. Not only that, you are needed in that position. Okay. And because of that, I want you to remember that when you're in those positions where you might feel like, oh, it's too much for me, or what am I doing here? And everyone's different and all this because we are different. Remember that you deserve to be there. But not only do you deserve to be there, they are lucky to have you there because, chosen one, your presence is everything and you are needed in that position for a reason. So please don't forget it. Please don't doubt yourself. Remember that you were placed there for a reason. So you need to step up. You need to rise up to that position, take hold of it and give it your all, chosen one. The reason why I talk about this topic is because I find myself in that position all the time. I find myself in positions and I'm just like, oh my goodness, what am I doing here? You look around and everyone is different. Nobody looks like you. Nobody thinks like you. Nobody believes what you believe. But the point is that you wouldn't have gotten into that position if you wasn't meant to be in that position. Sometimes I feel like, oh, but this person would have suited this position better. Well, actually, no, they wouldn't. Because if that person suited that position, why are they not in that position? So, chosen ones, we need to remember who we are. We need to remember that when we step into rooms, we bring our blessings, we bring our power, we bring our energy, we bring ourselves to the room. Come on now, chosen one. And even other positions, work positions, whatever position, you bring a different feel, different vibe to that position. So know that you are there for a reason, chosen one. Be proud of how far you've come, how far you're going, because even if you cannot relate to this message right now, I guarantee you will in the future. And actually, if you can relate to this message, drop me a comment below and tell me about some times where you have been in a room, in a position, in a role, and you thought it was too much for you. But actually, God wanted you to be there. And that's exactly why you were there. I remember back in the day when I used to audit, I would be in rooms and I would be the only woman. There was one particular company and I remember being in this room and and I'm talking about there was probably around 15 to 18 people in this room and I was the only woman. It was almost like when you got to a particular position in this company, it was like a male's role. It was a man's world. And it actually made me feel a bit sad and sick at the same time because I was just like, really? This is not how things should be at all, But at the same time, I just looked around. I was like, oh my goodness, I am the only woman in this role. Regardless of it, I'm going to have to step up and do what I need to do in this role. And so you will find that in positions you'll be very uncomfortable. I've been in positions where I felt uncomfortable to speak up. But with time and with experience, you become more confident to speak up for yourself. And I think the thing that we need to hold on to, that we need to remember, is the fact that you are there for a reason. If you were not needed in that position, do you think a chosen one would be in that position? No. So there's something that you need to add, something from yourself that you need to contribute and add to this meeting or to this role. Otherwise, you wouldn't be needed there. And so it's really important that we remember our purpose, or remember that it's bigger than us. If you're afraid to speak out or whatever, the reason why you're there is bigger than yourself and you wouldn't be there otherwise. So you need to step up and not just think about what you're feeling in the moment, but the bigger impact, the wider impact that you would have as a person sitting in this role. Honestly, I want you to remember that as a chosen one, it comes with certain experiences where you will find things hard, you go through difficult times, you will struggle a little bit. But then the most important aspect of it is that you will feel uncomfortable. You will feel uncomfortable. And when you do feel uncomfortable, you have to recognize that actually, I feel uncomfortable, but I just have to deal with that feeling of uncomfortability, if that's a word. I like to use it a lot. You have to deal with it, and you have to learn to grow in the feeling of uncomfortability. You have to learn to accept that things are not always going to feel comfortable. And when they are not comfortable, you don't run away, you don't back away, you don't give up, you don't stop, you keep going. And you keep going, you keep growing, you keep expanding, you keep learning, and you keep growing into who you are as a person. And everything else will fit into place, because remember, God has got you. Everything is under control. Don't make it too big in your mind. Take it one day at a time, and everything will work out perfectly for you. So, chosen one, I'm wishing you all the best today. And if there is anything that you know that you need to be doing that you haven't done yet, what are you waiting for? I encourage you to take that step now and start it. Otherwise, you're just going to sit on it over and over again and never actually take action. So if there is something, why not try today? Why not try first thing tomorrow? And that is it. So my name's Anita. It brings me so much joy and so much pleasure to speak to you and bring this video to you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like, give me a comment, subscribe, and click that bell, because it will tell you anytime I record, or anytime actually it will tell you anytime I post a video. And wishing you all the best, and see you tomorrow. Take care, chosen ones. Bye.